Greetings. James join us. Tonight's roundup or soul discovery, whatever you want to call it. The cats are here. We're in the background, but they just woke up, so might be some chaos in the background, possibly. So this is Quantum Realms. I might do some more of the quantum energies. We'll see how that goes. The Beyonders, the beings that dream about us. And this guy, Hottel. I believe that's a FBI director, but I could be wrong. I didn't look that far into it. But basically, it's the UFO memo when they're crash landed in New Mexico, which is also the thumbnail for this. Doesn't mean this is going to be like the main. How I found that is, not important. I never heard of that. I imagine there's little details here and there. If you go digging, you can find all kinds of things. Little details, though. It doesn't go into much, but they did say that the FBI, the UFO memo, I believe that was Roswell. I'm not entirely sure. I believe it is. That's like one of the FBI's more popular archives, or the most popular. And this Pfizer AI dimension, turning humanity into machines one day at a time. Something like that. Well, it's turning some people into robots. Let's put it that way. Well, seeing how the government's creating a dictatorship, trying to force everybody to take this thing, I imagine they have our best interests, like they do with the Iraq War and everything there, in Afghanistan and Gaddafi and wherever else is out there. Yeah, they have a good reputation, as far as we know. Yeah, we have spy agencies behind you. What can possibly go wrong? There's just nothing but. Yeah, there's no dictatorship here at all. Everything's fine. So, put on those rose-colored glasses and everything is fine. So, I can go further into that, but there's no reason for that. So Pfizer is, well, I was diving into a little bit, I just feel artificial intelligence connected to it. Of course, there's also a Nazi connection there I picked up on. The founding of it, even before the Nazi Party was even created. So it was like there, but not there. What a surprise. And the founder is from Germany. It just seems, and it's not, I don't know if the company is, I imagine they have something in Germany somewhere, but it's in New York, but it doesn't really matter. They're to dominate humanity, and they're doing a good job of it, turning us all into whatever they want to turn us into. So cyborg society, it's already kind of there already. Might as well just add it and do a little bit more with it. So quantum realities, that should be an uptick of it. I'm not sure that guy Hottel UFO memo. We'll see where that goes. I'm not sure that's if I need to dive that deeply into it. So, but anyway, the quantum realms is the more important, which I forgot. I keep forgetting this, but I'm gonna do more of I did this in the past. LSD and stuff like that. LSD and shrooms, maybe more LSD. Yeah. So I think LSD is a true serum. I could be wrong about that. Not like I know. But that's another way of connecting to the astral. And when I'm tapping into it, I thought I was looking for it. Some of the remote viewers do LSD before they do remote viewing, at least for the government. At least that's a vibe I got, but you take it wherever. Like I said, I can't prove anything. Unless they want to pay me a visit, which they might be getting close to that. Maybe not. Who knows? All right. This is avatar.com. We have prior sessions. Scheduler. Hopefully it works. We have the shop here. Oh yeah, add some others to the shop. Yeah, I'm going to be experimenting with some new ideas too. Akashic record I added, and there's something else here. I forgot what it was. Well, oh yeah, who am I? Soul origin. Well, it might not give you a full, complete understanding of that, but something along those lines. Okay, all right. Look at the site has changed color. I might change the logo to a different color. I thought about changing the logo altogether, but I might just change the color. Also add a new section here. Those have already posted their profiles. And if you want to add yourself to the profile list, it's good to have a membership here. It doesn't take much to go into that. So it is coming along as a little bit more of a, yeah, it's just evolving. Here we have the webinar, social network, behind the scenes. So, all right, get ready for absolute madness. Okay, going to quantum realms. Might be there for a while, possibly. I'm not sure where that's going to go, actually. I just felt like, quantum, that's right. It was supposed to be quantum physics. I was supposed to put in the title, but I forgot about that. Yeah, I'm looking a little bit more as just particles and just how our reality comes together. So that's where that's coming from. So interesting. Okay. Quantum physics is on some people's conversation. I know one guy a long time ago used quantum physics to pick up women. It's like, okay, whatever, man. More power to you on that one. Okay, all right, blessings. Here we go. Greetings to you. We are, yes, the quantum realms. We are an atom. We can see into your energy. Yes, we do have consciousness. We are before life on the earth. We are life before on the earth, but we are before a physical life. We are the particles that bring in your reality. So you can say we are alien. Basically, our energies connect to other particles and enzymes what's in your body. Basically, it all kind of comes together. And you can say it's at the first dimension, second dimension, one dimension, two dimension, but much of it actually came from the fourth dimension. So it, yes, had to go up the evolution of basically connected DNA. Much of it came from the trees. Of course, they're not necessarily tree people, but tree energies help develop your race. That sounds a little strange. I realize that. But you can say they were here first. Of course, you can have a conversation with them about that one day. Your soul origins really comes from particles, enzymes, atoms, disease. It's all consciousness. Disease is an energy of it wants to do what it wants. To imagine a reality where it's just atoms. Yeah, maybe not the most exciting reality, but that is your spirit realms look similar to that, where atoms are forming your reality. That's where they connect to a consciousness of, what about a mountain? What about hilltops? What about roads? You know, it just being brought into your reality. Well, it is your reality. And yes, the echo of man. Well, you create nature. You're part of nature's creation. Basically, several consciousness coming together to form what you call your planet. And what do you want on that planet to discover what is there? And one of them will be a human. It's like you can visualize it. It's like, can we assist with the development of that to discover more about ourselves? So, and think of this as millions, trillions of type of beings coming together and doing this. You wonder where you come from. It might not be as exciting as you might think. I mean, it is, but yes, think about a realm where you have no body. You're just a being, and you have thoughts, and it's like, can this happen? Can this be created? Where do you go from there? You can see your world. Well, another way of looking at your planet, why things are not evolving as fast as you like it to into the higher realms and things get easier. What other beings, imagine you've heard this, like if it's not broken, don't fix it. It's like you have a physical realm. Why get rid of it where there's so much more to learn from it? So, yes, it can get easier. Of course, it can get harder. But will it ever go away? Meaning that your physical realm. There is a talk of taking your physical humans and sending them to another planet. How long have they been thinking about that one? For a very long time. I believe some of the aliens have been thinking about that. Can we just take all these humans that are a problem and just put them somewhere else? If they want to go through their problems forever, there's plenty of other worlds they can experience that on. Not necessarily, though. They'll ever solve anything. They'll find their way back anyway. Once this world has completed its task, then yes, the fourth dimension, higher dimensions will become more clear. It has not completed that task. There's still many of you come here and find, well, I need to explore that about myself, or we need to explore it. So there's just a deeper realm here that you're here to discover. It goes on and on. It might get frustrating. Well, some of you are clearing out karma, dealing with some of your problems when you were a wild child in your past life, where everything was going grand. Of course, others didn't think so. Of course, some just look the other way, and then you have to deal with it in this life. Well, that's where animals come in, because they do heal a lot of that. That shows how loving animals are, too. Even a goldfish. Goldfish can put up with it. Not to look at it that way. Because all experiences are welcome. All of them. Now, one thing, people have problems with themselves. I mean, they can't always stand themselves. And that's where it makes life difficult. Can't stand their situation, but can you stand you? And they don't always see it that way. But a lot of times that's the problem. It's like, why am I feel stuck? Why am I not? Why doesn't this happen? If that happens, I'll be happy. But do you even like yourself? I know this is a topic that comes up quite often, but it's true. And that's difficult, especially, well, because some of you are used to looking so much different. Can you imagine if you had a lifetime as a duck and now you're a human? It's like, God, why am I so ugly? I wish I was a duck again. Of course, many people aren't remembering that, but some do. If you have a fondness for certain type of animals, most likely you are connected to their race. And chances are those were happier times. Why people have dogs, why people have cats, because those are remembering you from happier times. Yeah. Why people like dogs. It's yes, it's trouble for them being alone, but they also enjoy the company. Yes, they have a hell of a time being alone. Narcissists have trouble being alone. That can give you a clue of who they are. Let's see. Greetings to you. We are the Beyonders. We are a version of the Beyonders. Yes, we do dream of your realm. You can almost see us as like fish people. All we do is dream. All we do is coast around, roam around. Some do visualize us as fish. They might not always be able to connect to our energies. There are beings out there that are difficult to see and find. There's just, even, yes, your aliens can't detect everything that's here or anywhere for that matter. There are beings that they spend much of their time in astral, just being, wandering, doing their thing. Understanding how a human realm, this world is a encyclopedia for the universe. There's so much here to learn from it. And here you live it every day, and some detest the place, while the rest of us love it. Of course, we're not going through the stress of your lives, but it is quite fascinating. Just to walk around with a thing called a wallet, even if it's a digital wallet or one in your pocket, is fascinating with that. Why would you do a thing like that? Or a car. Usually beings can just teleport normally. Or just mentally connect to them on a telepathic level. It's like you can project yourself to that other being. And you're just there. Just like that. So there is, that's your cat there is bringing some humor. So that's another frustration that many of you are going through, is you're used to not having a physical body. It's like, oh, grabbing this thing again. Now, some can make it work for them, but even there, they still have problems with it. The physical body here is, there's so many different types of, a lot of times it's skinny, a lot of times it's fat, a lot of times it's different color. Most of you have had incarnations as different races of people. Asian, African, etc., Puerto Rican. You might not remember it, and that's another thing where you feel, it's like, why are you having trouble being human? Well, maybe you came from a certain race that was going through a great deal, a lot of ordeals, a lot of stress. And has that ever come to mind? Maybe not. Or maybe. But you kind of dismissed it. It's not the easiest thing that's happened to. It's kind of like it's within you and buried, but it can be uncovered over time. Because what is the other thing? You might have ancestors or family members that have been part of difficult races of people. And you grow up dealing with it. Like, you might not have been another race of human. You might have been just through what you are today. But your family went through very difficult incarnations. And they're putting it all on you now. That happens also. There's just little details that mean so much to unlock the soul to your highest potential. But realize, if you lock yourself to your highest potential, you'll find a challenge. And that challenge can take away all your potential. Just to let you know. You have everything. You have your cars. You have your mansions. How can I mess this up so I can... Because a soul can stop learning when you get to a certain level of wealth. So that way, I think they get into drama and all that. you know, sleeping with their friends and whatever that might be, or we're getting a drug addiction. They need some kind of challenge. Unless they're building a business, and that's a good challenge. But others like, I don't want to do that. I want to learn other things about myself, which is nothing wrong with that. So our message, you can say, those that want wealth, which is nothing wrong with wanting it, but some can, once if they achieve it, they'll just squander it. It's like, that's what I kind of want, but not really. So I'm going to go into self-destruction instead. Let's see who gets me out of it. I'm going to test my family. There's a lot of that going on. So, yes, not the answer to everything. A lot of times it's the simplest things in life. So, blessings. Greetings. We are the Palladians. Blessings. Yes, once again, we are here. We are more of a collective consciousness, energy. To go into the UFO memo, realize that's a glance. Realize there is more to that archive than just that. That's kind of like a joke putting that out there. It's like, here's a little piece of paper. Have a nice day. And it's about aliens. But have a nice day. That's all you get. But there's so much more that I have not mentioned. Especially the alien autopsies that they won't make public for obvious reasons. I believe some of you know this story already. Yes, it is a mythology of your planet, an alien mythology. And eventually humanity will take it more serious. They're still a little bit afraid of it, of course. Even if they feel like they can handle it, there's certain levels of it that I'm not sure if they truly can handle. But that does not mean it's being blocked overall. There are ways of bringing alien knowledge into your reality easily. It's just small doses. And the major thing is there's nothing to be afraid of. But it has to be done on a collective consciousness level. I mean, it just slowly comes into your reality, just as yes, sexual identity is becoming more popular, more freedom there. But that took a long time to become more comfortable. And now, if you're not another sex, or like you want to change your sex, now that's more popular than ever. Yes, talk about taking it to another level. So it is, yes, another kind of soul growth. It's an alien soul growth, actually. For those that want to change your sex change altogether, as children, there are realities where that does exist. But that's more successful. But those are some Arcturian races like that. But your Earth is learning the hard way. That will come more clear over time of how to heal something like that. But as you know, your world finds a way of, when it has a problem, it really goes into it. Like the Old West. There was, not everybody had a gun, but many people did. And there was a lot of hardships. There was a lot of adventure at the same time, but still a lot of hardships. And this is kind of the same thing with everything, but also the sexual revolution that you're going through. It's some are actually finding more peace with themselves. Not that they're changing their sex or anything like that, but many are actually finding more happiness with themselves than they've had in a very long time. And yes, there is an environment, the energy is shifting too. Realize this. We're just gonna put this out there, but wonder why a person wants to change their sex. Of course, animals can do it. Frogs can do it. But there's other animals, but frogs are definitely ones that can do it. But they do that to change the energy. Yes, that might be a little extreme. but they don't like how they are. They want to shift the vibrations here. It's like a male wants to turn into a female because they feel like they can put out higher frequency female energies. No, are they thinking about that? No, but that's what's happening. So it gives you a little bit more understanding of why that's going on. They're just shifting the vibration. It's like I came here as a male and I change to female, or female goes into male. It's like they're becoming non-sexual, you can say, and many are doing that. More of a balance of Earth's frequency. So it's really about balancing of the Earth. It's like almost like balancing dark and light. Another way of looking at things. It's just something to think about. We're not promoting anything or anything like that. We're just giving you a little bit more of an idea of why that's happening. A version of it. Take it or leave it. Your Pfizer, yes, is going. Now, Pfizer does have some positive energies, but yes, there's others of selfishness, control. But that a lot of that's coming from government, not necessarily the company itself. Yes, it's not perfect. Nothing ever is. But the government is showing how it can just sway the people. And it's like a bully at this point. It is just lost its control. It's like the high school bully. But only thing is, it's running the asylum. Not to say it was an asylum, but it kind of acts that way. Well, it has to be. It feels like it needs to be crazy. It has to ruin it for everybody, doesn't it? And that's what it's doing. Oh, you're having what you want: food, a place to live, and you're actually building your life. You can't have that. That's how your government's thinking right now. At least some of the governments. Yeah, they're really childish. They're getting more child. You can call it reptilian energy. You can call it just selfishness. It's like a spoiled brat that wants it all for themselves. That's your government consciousness. And you can see that within your congressmen. They're living pretty well. Actually, so they can live a longer life, what many of them want to do. They actually want to extend their lives by taking your lives away, your power away. You're vampiring Earth's energy. Not all politicians do, quite a few. Not all, but quite a few. And they use the buildings, structures to do it too. Siphoning vibration. It's like a castle, like your modern day castle. Mm-hmm. Now, how to cure this? Well, first off, is knowing what it's doing. It's like now I see the origins of the disease. And you slowly figure out the cure. Hating on it is not going to do it because it wants you to hate it. Well, there's nothing wrong with not liking it, but they want you to attack it. The government wants you to come after it. It's like, go give us your best shot. And they have all the military. They have everything there. Yeah, it's a cowardly system. Extremely cowardly. Yes, it's the biggest coward on the planet, basically. But it's going to show more of its true colors until humanity wakes up to it all. But there's nothing to be afraid of. You have peace within it's like, think of a bully. Your bully's bullying everybody. How do you deal with that? Now, if someone just fight back or just say, I'm not going to give in to your sins. I know what you are. And telepathically, many of you say, what it is. It doesn't like that. If you see it as a creature, obsessed, a child, it doesn't like that energy you put back there. But it feels it. You can say it makes it more frustrated, but also loses its power too. Well, that's why many of you come here, to bring peacefulness here, which is not easy. I mean, that's why you feel like there's a backlash of negativity, because you are bringing your light here and others trying to turn it off. So wonder why some are having trouble being here at a higher frequency is, yes, because there's a war everywhere. Yeah. All different type of beings. You can choose what being you want. But it's an aggressive vibration here. It just doesn't want you to win. But you keep going anyway. That's what matters. All of this matters. Finding the life that you want to live. It's not easy, but you can find it. You will find it eventually. They don't want you to find it. And they is your your government consciousness. Yes, you feel as it's not part of everything. Actually, it is. Doesn't mean it's the main villain, but it is the one that is turning lives inside out. But some need to go through it, while others don't. I mean, some need to go through that. They need to be told what to do and all. They're not ready to take responsibility for themselves, and you see that everywhere. So, but it's how you manage your life that's what matters most. You weather the storm. You don't have to look at it as a storm, but it's kind of a storm. Yeah, you can make your world very peaceful while it's raining outside or causing thunderstorms and chaos. And here's like, this is where it's safe. That's what you're doing. Many of you are doing, at least. Some of you go out into the storm and see what that's about. Nothing wrong with that. So, lessons.